Hola familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today we're having our finale of Pan of Every Color Project Pan. This was a project pan that was created by myself, and it is a project pan that was mainly to showcase Black-owned brands or inclusive brands in the makeup industry. So this is our finale. We had one update and one finale. So I will have the playlist of everyone participating down in the description box. I want to thank everyone that joined here on YouTube as well as Instagram. I'll see what I'll do next year. I don't know what to do because this originally was a different project pan. So we'll see what happens next year. But I do appreciate everyone that did participate and want to join in this project pan. So we have our finale today. I have my 6 products here. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash project pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the update. Alrighty, so let's get started on here. Just a heads up, if you do hear a bunch of birds, cars, things that normally don't hear in this video or any of my videos, I have the windows in the back open. It is nice, end of summer, sort of like a fall day where it's still hot in here but not unbearable. So I do have the windows open. So I have no clue if this mic is going to pick up anything besides my voice. So if you hear cicadas, birds, cars, you know the drill. So let's start out with the first product. I'm going to start out with the very first product that I did have in this project pan that is not makeup related, and that is the Briogeo Don't Dare Repair Leave-In Mask. My goal was to finish this up. I unfortunately did not finish this product up. The only update that we had, this was at 59 grams. Currently it is at 47. The reason why I didn't use this whole thing up is because I don't wash my hair every day or every other day. So I only use this when I wash my hair. So I feel like I'm down to about right here. So I'm going to continue to use it until it is finished. It's one of my favorite products. It's one of those products that really works specifically in the summertime for me. It tames my frizz and I was able to curl my hair and it actually looked really pretty and nice. So it's something that I'm always going to have in my collection. So I thought that worked wonderfully. And I did use it a few times, not often on my girls' hair when I needed them to have some sort of control, because their hair, at least my oldest hair, is like my hair when I was young. It's very thick, heavy, and full. So it's a lot to work with her hair. Hopefully she won't have thin hair when she gets older like mine. So anyway, so I did use the best that I could out of it. It did start out at 74 grams. So for being from 74 to 47, I think I did a pretty good job, even though I did not meet my goal. Now, the other things that I have, I will give you a spoiler. Basically, I did meet all of my goals. The next product that I have is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. My goal was to use this 10 times, and I did use this 10 times. The actual palette doesn't look like it was super used, but I can tell you guys that I really did get use out of this product. I love this palette in general. I do enjoy it. I think it is a nice fall palette too. The main color I did end up using was this shade right over here called Crown, and I used that mainly in my inner corner. So that was actually surprising to me that I was able to use it, but not the way I intended it to, but I did get 10 uses out of it. And I actually got more use out of it because I was dipping in here afterwards. So I did get more than 10 uses out of it. So I'm very happy that at least this palette got some usage this year. The other palette that I had in here was the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Volume 1. So here's what this one looks like right here. My goal again was to use this 10 times. I will tell you that I did use it for the 10 times, and the majority of the time I did use it as blush. Mainly these 2 colors I used mainly at blush. Now, using this palette the way that I've used it on my eyes and cheeks, I will tell you that this palette mainly will be used on the eyes. For me, these are so saturated in color and so pigmented that it was a little bit difficult for me to use, even with a true medium, very tan-like skin this summer. It still was very, very pigmented. So I had to be very careful at how I applied it and with what specific brush I was using. So, but I did love it as eyeshadow. These were my favorite as eyeshadow, and I can get use out of all of these as eyeshadows. So going forward, this is a palette that I will be using as eyeshadow. So I think I'm going to move this one over to my eyeshadow palette inventory instead of my face palettes, because I will get more use out of this as eyeshadow. That's the beauty of project panning, is the fact that you get to learn how certain products work for you specifically, even though it is advertised as something else. So for me, this is going to be moved to a 6-pan eyeshadow palette. The next product that I have is by Silhouette Boutiques. It's another Black-owned brand. All the ones so far that I've shared with you are all Black-owned brands. This is the shade Gazania. Oh, I always try to say Gazania. And this is what it looks like. You guys can clearly see I have a nice dip going on in this one. I used this 10 times and I had a really fun time using this one. This is a pretty shade and it just works so nice, especially in the summertime. Look how pretty that is. Very beautiful. This is one of my favorite shades from them. I actually just took advantage of a sale that they had and purchased quite a bit of their bundles for me to try out even more so I can really get a full rounded thoughts on me, because the ones that I have I love, but I wanted to spread out to see what other colors I wanted to try out, and I actually got a second one of this one. Oop. Now that I have a big old chunk getting out of it, what I was saying is I bought a second one of this for Christmas. So that's how much I love the color. I ended up buying this one again, but I love this color. So I used it 10 times. I actually used it more than 10 times again, just like the Colored Rain palette. I just really like this color a lot. It's just so pretty. Like, it just goes nicely. This actually could be a nice blush topper as well. So it's multi-use, and the pan is big enough for you to be able to use a blush pan or brush with it. Wow, that's a tongue twister. The last two products that I have are inclusive brands. The first one is Maybelline, and I can never say Maybelline anymore without having to sing it due to Steph. So this is Maybelline's Molten Gold Highlighter. I used this 10 times, and the more I used it, the more I enjoyed it. At first, I was like, I don't even know if I like this anymore. But as I got deeper into the actual product itself, the shimmer particles, that glistening particles that it had, went away, and now it's more of like a glow within type of highlighter, which I like a lot more, as you guys can see from this swatch. It is a lot more glowy within. Again, this is one that I can only use in the summertime. I cannot get away with using this in the wintertime at all, but I did enjoy it. And you can actually see that it is used and abused. So I'm very happy with that. Used it 10 times, and it's a really good inner corner highlight as well, if that's something that you want to multitask with. Last but not least was this MAC bronzer. MAC is obviously an inclusive brand. This is Sun Dipped, and this is a bronzer that I really liked. I really like this bronzer. I think that I can get away with using this one in the wintertime too. This will be a contender for me to pan. I've never panned a MAC bronzer or blush, but I have panned their face palettes, which are dome shaped, and they take a very long time. But this already has a nice dip in it, so I might be able to at least hit pan on it if I give it a shot. So this is really pretty. It's a limited edition packaging, but I'm pretty sure that this color Sun Dipped is available in their permanent collection. They seem to always re-promote their bronzers in just different collections, even though they are permanent to their line. So I did use this again 10 times, so I was able to meet my goal as well. So to wrap it up, the only product out of 6 was this one I did not meet. I didn't finish it up, but I was really close, which is fine with me. I got more use out of it. I was going to use it anyway, and I love that product as it is. So that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, because pretty soon I will be starting new project pans up for the remainder of the year. This is where those fun themed holiday type of project pans come along, and I just like to throw last minute things in there just to try to meet goal or get more use out of my products. So thank you again to everyone who had participated, and stay tuned. Maybe next year I'll do something like this. So if this is something that interests you, maybe we can do some sort of collaboration together and figure something out for next year. So anyway, I will catch you guys in these videos right over here. Until then, bye guys.